Yo, what is up everybody? It's MF Buddy. Fortnite Chapter 5 is here and there are so many things to talk about, both positive and negative. Overall, I feel incredibly excited about the new chapter, but I'm here to break down some thoughts for you. So without further ado, let's hop into the video and talk all things Chapter 5. Fortnite Chapter 5 came out with an absolute bang, a brand new map, new movement mechanics, new weapons, attachments. It was almost like we were playing a brand new game. I know me personally, when I started experiencing the new character movement, I thought it was actually cool. Now, I've heard a lot of people who play build mode say that it's been an absolute game breaker, not in a positive sense. But playing Zero Build, it doesn't feel awful, but I do feel like it's kind of clunky. There's been a conversation happening on Twitter with the developer who was in charge of producing the new movement mechanics, and it seems like a majority of people are not happy overall with the new movement. I personally think that it's too soon to drop such strong conclusions on how it's going to play out. I think it's too soon to say revert the movement back. Guys, it's the first day. Just breathe a little. I know that it's tough. It takes time getting used to some of these things. In the game, we also have new weapons. We have weapon attachments, including scopes, barrels, hand grips. So there is a lot of customization that can now happen with each weapon that you get. I actually think it's really cool that you have the ability to put a scope on a shotgun or a pistol, or you have the ability to take a scope off of a sniper rifle. There really is a lot of creativity that you can do with these attachments, and I think some of us are just getting used to the game overall. And again, my overall stance on this is positive in that we just need to give it some time, and it doesn't have to be this dramatic one or the other. One of the other main things that was added into the game was the medallions that you capture from defeating bosses at certain POIs. Now, my experience of the medallions is that they are incredible, but these things are incredibly overpowered. I would not be surprised if they get a nerf coming up here in the near future. But when you put a medallion on, it is going to regenerate your shield over time. You actually can stack medallions inside of your inventory, and it will cause a shield regeneration increase the more medallions that you have. So needless to say, if you are a good player and you take down 3 teams that have the medallion, you're actually going to be full on unstoppable. You know, the people on Twitter from build mode who have done a lot of noise over Siphon, say for example, this makes Siphon look like a joke if you have 2 or more medallions. It's just absolutely overpowered. Another thing that I'm really loving about the new chapter is a brand new map. Now, for me personally, I love experiencing new things. So there are a bunch of really cool POIs that are actually on this map. I've personally enjoyed landing at Reckless Railroads. I don't even know if it's called that. I personally enjoyed landing at the railroad station, fighting the boss that is there for the mythic SMG, and playing center of the map. It's been really cool to explore. It's been really cool to kind of see what they've done with the game. And overall, I think it's a W. Some people are not gonna like that. There are some things that I do have some concerns with, and I'm gonna break that down in just a moment. But overall, I'm still really excited about the game in spite of the things that are making it kind of challenging. Now, touching really quick on my concerns, what I've noticed in Zero Build is that there has not been a high percentage of mobility spawning on the map. Now, as much as this map is incredibly beautiful and awesome, and I'm excited to play it, if you do not have mobility in Fortnite Zero Build, you cannot win. It's just impossible. And with the way that these zones are pulling, it's going to be even more impossible to win games if you don't have a higher spawn percentage of mobility. Almost every single game that I've played in, by zone 4, we are in a very tiny circle, and it is max pulling about 100 meters away in the opposite direction. So the team that has mobility is able to go ahead to the zone, and the team who doesn't have mobility is kind of stuck on low ground trying to make something happen, and it's just impossible. So overall, I think that if they could either add more mobility or increase the spawn percentage of mobility, it would bring some balance to the game overall. Another thing that, you know, this sort of touches on is the zones are absolutely different and almost out of control so far this season. So if you land on the edge of the map, from what I've gathered so far, unless you have mobility or you're planning on playing a vehicle, the storm pulls in extremely fast. The zones are moving extremely fast. So I spent a ton of time tanking storm just because the zones were almost max pull every single time. So this is an area of concern, especially, you know, with the fact that the mobility is not spawning as much. It makes for a game where you're just kind of running from the storm the entire time. Another area of concern, and this will probably be my last one for now, especially playing Zero Build, we don't have any utility in the game right now. So we don't have bunkers, we don't have shield bubbles. So the only thing that's in the game is this riot shield right now. But when it comes to Zero Build, that's simply not enough unless I'm missing something about the riot shield. Maybe I just haven't used it enough. But we need bunkers, or we need shield bubbles. We need something to create cover when we're in a situation when we're rotating and somebody is on high ground, you know, a mountain that's totally unreachable. You need to have something where you can protect yourself. And this goes in, you know, again, to the mobility spawn percentage. If there was a higher spawn percentage of mobility items, I could potentially get myself out of that situation where a team's already on high ground. Or if I had a bunker, I could kind of wait out that zone until that team on height has to move. So right now, I feel like there are some things that just need a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of balancing out, but I do have faith that it'll get changed. One more thing on the movement and mechanics. So the player speed overall seems to have decreased, and I saw this one video on Twitter where it was comparing 3 speeds. So it was creative speed, it was like original walk speed, and then it was the new battle royale walk speed. And 100% the walk speed in general is slower. When a player crouches, they are extremely slower. So those types of things about the mechanics of the movement, I think need a little bit of adjusting. If you could increase the player walk speed, increase the crouch walking speed, I think it would bring a little bit of balance, at least for Zero Build, right? I can't necessarily speak for build mode players because I don't really play it all that much, but I do think that there needs to be some tweaking. I don't think that it needs to be reverted or, you know, taken out the game. I think people who are saying that are extremely dramatic and really jump into conclusions fast. Like, it's been out for less than 24 hours, right? So breathe. So to summarize all this up, again, I've had a overall positive experience. I'm really excited about this moving forward, and I trust that Epic will make some changes. Now, Epic misses the mark, in my opinion, on a lot of different things, and sometimes, you know, you wonder if they even listen to anything that you're saying, but I have seen them in the past make some changes, add mobility when mobility needs to be added. So overall, I think that I have a little bit of faith that this is going to shape up and get better, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down below as well. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, to comment, and subscribe. In the future, this is going to be helping you master Zero Build gameplay as far as Chapter 5 goes. But hey guys, until next time, GG's, I am MF Buddy, and I'm out.